doing this tag has made me realize I don't read happy books. Like, everything is pretty freaking dark. So we'll see how this goes. Hey guys, what's up? I am Jessie. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing the hopeful book tag. I was tagged by Cassara from Reading with Cassara. If you don't know her, I'll leave her down below. She's adorable. You'll love her. So I'm doing the hopeful book tag, and while I was looking over the prompts, I realized I read a lot of dark books. So picking answers for this was super hard, like way harder than it should have been. So we're gonna see, this is gonna be a weird one for me, because it's supposed to be like hopeful and upbeat, and apparently everything I read is like, real dark and not fun. So this will be fun. The first question is a book that you would like the world to take some influence from. Like I said, I read a lot of dark shit. So no. The only one I can think of would be... Okay, so this is kind of a stretch. But the only one I can think of that I'd like the world to maybe take some influence from is Women's War. Now, this is like a dark fantasy set in a super patriarchal world where like women have no power and they can't use magic, and it's very like sexually graphic and violent. It's not a good time. It's not a good time at all. But spoilers if you haven't read this, I guess. The whole premise of this book is like the women rising up and taking back their power. So I guess I could see more of that aspect, wanting to see that in the real world. More like women taking back their power and women empowering other women and working together, and like, you know, the men working with women to make a better society for all. That aspect of this book I can see. So we're gonna go with this, but just that part of it, not the actual world itself. All right, the next question is a book about finding acceptance and love. Cool. So, at least in a lot of my books, while they may be dark, they do find acceptance and love, and I actually have a couple. One of them that I can think of like off the top of my head is Skyward, because she goes from being like this girl that no one accepts and only her like mother and grandmother love, to having like this group of friends. So she also grows to like accept herself and accept what happened to her father and what her father did. And Spencer really grows to accept who she is, and she changes and grows throughout the book, and she gets this group of friends. And while it's not like a romantic love, she does gain this friend group that's really awesome and loves and cares about her. So that's one. And then another one that I can think of that kind of deals with themes of like accepting yourself and like loving yourself is Ash Princess, which I actually just finished and really loved. But Thora / Theo goes through this journey of like self-love and self-acceptance throughout this book. Like, she goes from being like super downtrodden to really finding her own power, and it's just a really good book. So yeah, this one, she finds love and acceptance, like where she loves herself and like knows what she needs to do and just grows into like this strong, powerful woman from a scared girl, basically. So this one or Skyward. The third question is a book that's a non-fiction book that made you appreciate the world. Okay, so non-fiction. I don't read a lot of it. And what I have read isn't like happy. Like, I read a lot of true crime. I appreciate that, like Mindhunter by John Douglas. I really enjoyed those, and it, you know, makes me appreciate that there are people out there finding these serial killers and bringing them to justice. And then another one was probably better for this prompt is The Boy Who Could Change the World. I talked about this recently. It's the story of Aaron Swartz. If you don't know who Aaron Swartz is, just look him up. He lived an amazing life. Like, he was a genius. And he had a really tragic story, but he did change the world. Like, he changed the internet, and people are still talking about him today. And his whole goal was to make the world a better place, and he kind of, in a very sad way, did go about achieving that. Question 4 is a book about community and people working together to benefit all. And okay, I kind of went out on left field in this one, and I'm gonna go with the Mistborn series, specifically the first book, Final Empire, because it's like a ragtag group of thieves, basically, and criminals working to bring down a dictator for the betterment of society. Yes, that is what I took away from that book. But it is like they're this like family unit, basically, who are working together to help everyone in the world. And while some people's motives might be a little more selfish than others, it doesn't matter. They're still working together to improve lives of the common people and the downtrodden. So Mistborn is my answer. And the final question, I'm combining questions 5 and 6, is shout out 3 booktubers who inspire you with their positive energy. And these are also going to be, as question 6 is, the same people that I tag. The first person that I am going to shout out is Taylor from Made Between the Pages. She is a newer fantasy booktuber that I found on here. She is so sweet. She loves a lot of the same books as I do. She just seems so friendly and just has this really good, like, chill vibe in her videos, so definitely go check her out. I also want to shout out Kayla from Books with Kayla, again another fantasy booktuber that I have found lately. She is just so nice and friendly. She's so cool to have a conversation with. Definitely go check out her channel. And also Kristen from Red Read Wine, because she is just, again, another like really chill, like down to earth, very just like comforting type feeling when you watch her videos. Those are the 3 people that I want to shout out and tag, so I can't wait to see y'all's answers. All right, hopefully y'all enjoyed this freaking mess of a tag video, because I don't read happy books apparently. And it was so hard finding answers to these. But hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. If anybody wants to do this, I would love to see the answers. Like, if you read happier books than me, please do this. Because, like, I don't know. I need happy books in my life, I guess. Because, like, looking over my shelves, I'm like, ooh, grimdark, pretty dark. Like, all right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.